We have lots of traditional challenges at the Opera House when it comes to recruitment. I'm Keith Nolan. I'm Head of IT Services and Operations here at the Royal Opera House. And the Royal Opera House is a very old organisation now, so it was last rebuilt in 1858, and we've been delivering world-class opera and ballet ever since. And my role is obviously to make sure that we look after all the digital services here at the Opera House and ensure that our teams deliver a great service to our customers when they walk through the door, but also when they engage with us online. Hiring a candidate from Generation has actually been a joy. It's been great to kind of work with the placement team. So we've hired 3 grads over time from Generation. Actually, the first came with a joint program with AWS Restart, and that was a fantastic experience. Working with Generation has allowed us to kind of make sure we're putting diversity and inclusion at the forefront. The second 2 grads that we've hired are applications engineers from the applications course, and they've really come in to kind of help us improve the way that we deliver those services to customers through our digital experience. So they're working on things like our streaming platform, and all the way through the process of kind of hiring our staff with Generation, it's been one of partnership, and I can't stress that enough. Being able to kind of talk to Generation about our needs, our kind of requirements has been really, really helpful. You know, saying that we do struggle to kind of recruit in these areas, and I think part of the partnership that I mentioned with Generation is one of where they kind of seek to understand, you know, those needs and those struggles, and will put forward candidates that are kind of more set out to kind of work in that sector. So, you know, it's very much a partnership approach. It's very much a kind of collaborative approach where they're trying to understand your business and how it operates. And because Generation has cohorts that are coming through on a regular basis, it kind of allows us to also plan ahead and go, well, if we need someone with these foundational skills that I mentioned before, that we can kind of do that. The placement team itself always will feed back to you on kind of how the candidates are doing, how they found the interview, and that feedback is really invaluable to make sure that we're actually, you know, delivering interviews that entice people to actually want to come and work at the Royal Opera House. When our Generation graduates started at the Royal Opera House, they were fantastic in terms of, you know, turning up on the first day, being ready to work and having a can-do attitude. They were, in all circumstances, very excited about working for the Opera House. They came ready to kind of work in the key areas that we needed them to work. So data engineering and development operations, both sets of candidates were ready kind of on day one to just dive in, and they were asking questions, which is fantastic. That's what you want from an employee when they start. I'd thoroughly recommend working with Generation, especially if you're in our sector in particular. It's very hard for arts organisations, for not-for-profits, as I mentioned before, to find good staff that are really invested in you as an organisation. So I'd encourage other businesses that are trying to kind of look at how they get quality staff with tacit knowledge, you know, foundational knowledge to do a job in a tech industry, to work with Generation, because you're going to get that tacit knowledge. You're going to get people that are invested, that are passionate, and that want to help you grow your business and also grow the services that you share to your customers. So if you're in need of recruitment, and it's been traditionally hard for you as a not-for-profit, or you're in our sector in the arts, then absolutely, you know, ring up Generation and work with them, and I promise you'll be pleasantly surprised by the results.